I have a problem, guys. I am addicted. I am so addicted to this game. If you're wondering where I've been for quite a while now, I haven't been making a lot of videos. It's just because I just cannot stop playing this. It is just that addicting. I mean, it's just really getting me itchy, and I just gotta keep playing this. I can't stop. It's taken over my life. And of course, Mario Maker 2 just released, and it is so good. There's just so much to do in this game. Of course, I played this game back on the Wii U, and it was just an instant hit for Nintendo. Everyone got online, making Mario levels, being able to share each other's levels and play different levels that the entire world can create. And now it's just released on Nintendo Switch, and there's just so much more to do in this game. There's a whole building aspect of the video game. If you love building just levels, you can build all the levels that you want to your heart's content. If you're not a big fan of building levels, and if you just want to play online, well, it's essentially just an endless amount of Mario levels for you to play. And even more so, there's the single player campaign in Mario Maker 2. Nintendo themselves made 100 levels, so right there you have a whole entire Mario game all compacted into this one game. That is how great Mario Maker 2 is. But Mario Maker 2 is not the game I'm addicted to, because the game I'm addicted to is Splatoon! Another episode of Wormys Playhouse, and yes, I did just pull the old switcheroo. Thought I was doing a Mario Maker 2 episode because that's the newest game that just released for Nintendo, but no, I'm going all the way back to Splatoon 2. Yes, that game I am just highly addicted to. That's why I haven't been around for that much in a while, because I just cannot stop playing Splatoon. So that is what we're going to be talking about today, my addiction with this game. Why is it so great? Let's just go ahead and dive right in. So to start off, I played this game back on the Wii U, and it was really good. It was an instant hit for players. Everyone really just loved it. This was Nintendo's answer to that shooter game, to that online multiplayer where you get on, COD games, Call of Duty. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty games, well, they're all Call of Duty to me, they're all COD games. So, Nintendo had to come up with some kind of idea that's, family friendly, kid friendly, and Splatoon was it. And instantly, it just connected with players. So of course I had to dive right into it, but I didn't quite connect with the first game. Mainly because, well, I didn't play the online mode. And why? Well, one, because the Wii U was not that great at connecting to the internet. I always had poor connection. Also, my connection in general wasn't that great. So the combination of the two was just a no-go for me. But I did play the single-player campaign mode, and while that was fun, it didn't quite entice me enough to really fully complete it, to really get into this game. So I got about halfway through, and then I put it down, and that was it. Then everything changed when the Nintendo Switch came out and Splatoon 2 released, and now you have all the old players and new players coming together to enjoy this game. And I gotta say, I didn't jump into it at first. I held off. I put it to the side. I didn't even pick the game up until a few months ago, when I came across a YouTube channel, the Yellow Kazoo. So shout out to the Yellow Kazoo. Go over there and watch her channel. Click subscribe and like on her channel, because she live streams almost every day, and she plays a lot of Splatoon, and it really brought that love for this franchise back up. It really made me want to I gotta jump into this game. So I went out and I got myself a copy of Splatoon 2, and I said, let me give this game a full chance. Let me find out where the fun is to be had, which is in the multiplayer aspect of this game. And of course, with the Nintendo Switch, it has better connection to the internet. Yes, it's not always perfect, that's for sure. And my internet, I fully boosted. I got everything going, so now I can connect perfectly fine. Actually, I got pretty fast speeds in here, which that's pretty good. And so I dove into this game, and wow, I gotta say, it was like an instant click for me. That online multiplayer, just being able to play with anyone throughout the world, that competitive aspect of the game where I'm not competitive at all. But it's kind of that saying where there's always just one more round, one more game to be had, and you just keep going back for more in this. And that is where the addiction is coming from. Nintendo, you created something evil. No, you didn't. I love it. So I just got instantly addicted. I cannot say how much I just fell in love with this game. You know, you start off at level 1, and even for newbies out there, the game is for you, because as long as you're painting the turf on the ground, you're always contributing. You're always helping out your team. It's a team-based game, 4 versus 4 teams, and you match up online randomly, completely randomly. The matchmaking is not good, by the way. And the objective of each round, you have about 5 minutes, is to paint turf. The most amount of paint turf by the end of the round is the winner. So getting splats, aka kills, we call them splats, doesn't really contribute anything at all to the game, except for just delaying your opponents, which you want to do. You want to get splats to delay them. But the main objective is to paint the turf, paint the ground, and as long as you're doing that, you are helping, you are contributing to your team. I cannot say the amount of times that we've won, we've taken and completely flipped the game around where there's only 10 seconds left, we're losing the entire match, we're barely getting any splats, we're just getting owned. But those last 10 seconds, we just managed to pull ahead and just paint everything, and we won. So right there, it's for you. You're always going to be fairly good at this game. Don't let the pros hear me say that. But if you get good at it, if you get good at splatting your opponent, wow, it is just so much fun to be had. So you get all different sorts of weapons, you get all different sorts of outfits that you can wear, so you can dress however you would like, however you want to be, whatever kind of squid you would like to be and look as. And each one of the outfits, they each have their own abilities to them. You have your hat, you have your shirts, and your shoes. So each one of them you wear differently. You can mix and match them, you can mix and match the abilities, and they all will help contribute. Or a lot of people just wear what they feel like wearing because they want to look cool. And each one of the weapons, there's a whole bunch of different weapons. As you progress through the game, as you level up, more weapons are constantly unlocking, you're getting better and better gear, and they each have different kind of sub-abilities and your main power-up ability. So there's a lot of different strategies to be had in this game. You can have different weapons and different gear to really be strategical in this game, or you just go in and just have some fun. Just use any weapon you want, any kind of gear that you want to wear, and as long as you're painting, like I said, you're contributing. So the different modes that there are, there's your normal turf battle, that's where everyone goes, that's where you're going to start off in. You play online with just randoms out there. The matchmaking is not good at all. It really does need to be tweaked. I could go into that, but we all know how bad and poor the matchmaking is. There's a whole level system to this game, but they don't use a lot, they don't match you with your levels. Why, Nintendo? What's the point of the levels then? But you can play online with your friends. You can link up with your Nintendo Switch friends that you have. It's really easy to do. The option is right there. And then that way you can play with people that you know and you can have fun. You can have fun in turf mode, or you can have fun in ranked mode with your friends. Which leads us to the ranked mode. And ranked is what we would pretty much call the pro mode. And it's not your basic turf war. There's actually different objectives to this mode. And this is where each one of the battles really step up. And you start at level C, I believe. Rank C is the bottom, and then you progress. The better you do, the more you win, the more you will rank up. But the more you rank up, the harder it's going to get. You're going to have more difficult players, although that's not always true because entirely in every rank, you're going to have some players that just don't know what they're doing. But that's part of what the game is, because there is no way to communicate. You just have your booyah and you have your this way, and then if you get splatted, then you have, what is it, ouch? And a lot of players, for some reason, they don't pay attention to that. When I say this way, I mean this way. I'm saying this way for a reason. And if someone booyahs, you better booyah back. And on top of all of this, on top of all the multiplayer aspect of the game, well, there's a whole single-player campaign to be had. And can I tell you how fun it is? Well, no, I cannot tell you because, well, I haven't played the single-player campaign. Yes, I have not dove into the single-player campaign at all in this game. Why? I don't know. I didn't connect with the single-player campaign in the first one, and maybe they've improved it. Yes, there is that Octo expansion that, adds all new levels, adds the Octolings to Splatoon, which I kind of do want to get, because I want to play the Octoling. But that's not the enjoyment that I have had in this Splatoon. I have over 360 hours in this game. 360 hours. My second most played game on the Nintendo Switch. It is catching up to Breath of the Wild. Ooh, I can't let it beat Breath of the Wild. That's my main game. So no, I haven't played the single player campaign mode. Will I play it? Maybe eventually. You probably should. If you really want to fine tweak your skills, if you want to get good at, shooting and testing all the different weapons, sure, play it. Maybe I will dive into it. And there's also a salmon run where you play online with other players and you fight these fish things, you get these little orbs and salmon things. I don't know. Again, I haven't played that mode because I'm just too addicted to the online multiplayer. Now, like I said, the matchmaking is bad because it's just completely random. You could have a really good team or a really bad team, or just anywhere in between. They don't match you based on your level, so you could be a level 10 being matched with a star level player, 199. There's no rhyme or reason to it. But where I think that they can improve, actually they have improved, into the Splatfests. The best part of this game are the Splatfests. They do these once a month, although unfortunately it is ending. But it is just so fun. They're actually team-based, where you actually get online and you can somewhat pick teams. Not really. Again, it's randomly matched, but when you're in your team, you can choose to stay with that current team. So if you win, you can stay with them. If you lose, you can stay with them as well. But you can choose if you want to stay. Will your opponent stay? Maybe. But that alone right there fixes everything with the matchmaking, because if you're on a winning streak, well, you can just choose to stay with those players. And to counter that, to make it balanced, what the game will do is, if you win 5 battles in a row, well, your next round will be against another team that has won 5 battles in a row. So if there's a lot of good players on one team, well, now they're gonna go against another team that's really good. And that's how it's all evenly balanced, and you have a choice, and if you wanna choose your team or not. So what Splatfest is, there's 2 sides. You gotta pick a category, pick a side. Who do you want? Pearl or Marina? Chocolate or vanilla? But there's only one left in July of 2019. This is the final Splatfest. Why is Nintendo ending them? I don't know. Splatoon 3 maybe? But the 2 teams are Chaos and Order. Pearl is with Chaos and Marina is with Order. Do you want to live in a civilization of complete order and control? Or do you want it to be chaotic and and then once you pick your side, you get a cool shirt that supports your team, and you just go ahead and play. They're turf war battles, but again, you kind of have control over what teams you're on. And by the end of the event, whichever side gets the most votes on popularity and the most points earned during the Splatoon Splatfest will win the entire event. And that's Splatfest. It's really fun. I know I didn't really explain it that well, but it is highly addictive. This game, Splatoon 2, is highly addictive. That is where I've been. I cannot stop playing this game. There's so much more for me to talk about, but I gotta get back to the game. I just gotta go. So that is my episode on Splatoon. I will be coming back for more videos coming up fairly recently. I have a lot in the plans and in the makings. I say that, but I really haven't started anything. I have a whole book based on the Splatoon artwork. This is for the first game, and I did already pre-order the art of Splatoon 2, so stay tuned for an upcoming episode of that. And there's so many more games that are releasing from Nintendo and third-party developers for the Nintendo Switch. There's just too much to get. I've pre-ordered at least 10 games already. My wallet is just hurting. And if you're wondering what's going on with Mario Maker 2, well, I will be doing an episode for that eventually. But that's it for this episode. I have to get back to Splatoon. I gotta get back to my game. Gotta go ahead and splat some turf. So thank you for joining this episode of Wormys Playhouse, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. And we'll see you again for an episode. We'll see you then. Bye.